Hey everyone, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name is Josh. I want to thank you for being here today. Today we're going to continue to talk about the Elle Darby scandal and what's been going on with her and her boyfriend, husband, whatever, baby daddy. And now because we officially learned that their talent agency has dropped them. And so we're going to take a look at the talent today. And so let's do it. So if you didn't know what was going on with the Elle Darby story, just take a look back in my account here and you'll see a whole bunch of videos of us calling her out. Now, Elle Darby is a British influencer, I think, something like that. She's a British influencer. Yeah. And she is a pretty large one. She was pretty big. And we just went over one of her videos where she was calling out the White Moose Cafe, or they had gotten a big debacle. I actually interviewed yesterday Paul Stenson from White Moose. We talked a little bit about Elle, not the whole topic, but it was a great conversation. But that was a funny video because she's a super entitled influencer, and this culture of influencers is really, really scary. And so we're going to cover a lot of that this year. There's actually an emerging story. It's pretty big right now with influenceurs. It was a whole group of influencers from Quebec. Okay, if you don't know anything about Quebec, it's like we don't claim them here. Just kidding. A lot of Quebecers are nice, but some of them are just like this. Anyway, there's this whole gaggle of influencers from Quebec that went on an airplane, had a big party, drinking, vaping, and everything else, and now they can't get back from Mexico, and they're all getting canceled. It's hilarious to watch. Influencer culture is toxic as heck, okay? It's not good for anybody, specifically us as humans, and even more so for our teenagers who mostly engage in this. If you actually realize this, a lot of our kids don't even know life not online, right? At least some of us grew up in the internet. I didn't get the internet until I was in like grade 9 or 10, okay? So I didn't grow up with the internet in my eyeballs. Our kids don't even know life without a touchscreen. And they won't know life without being influenced by people on those touchscreens. And so influencer culture should be taken way more seriously. I'm not saying it should be canceled or banned because there's a lot of great influencers out there. What I'm specifically talking about are influencers with zero talent or offer nothing to the entire world. All they do is speak, wear makeup, get surgeries, and they honestly don't influence anybody for anything except to be narcissistic buttholes. Okay, so that's what we're talking about when it comes to bad influencers. There are amazing influencers out there teaching you how to sew, miniatures, 3D printing. I consider anybody who shows you what to do, how to do something cool, or learn you something as an influencer. And there are a lot of great ones out there. It's just this subset of influencers, like parenting influencers, which can be awesome as long as they don't exploit their children. And then you got these beauty / nobody, no-fluencers who don't do anything to gain I don't even understand how they grew. I have no idea how they got there. Just luck. And a lot of them just use their looks to get by, and then that's it. I mean, that's a tale as old as time as far as I'm concerned anyway. So, all that to be said, let's go over this little case, this little story here. I don't know what type of paper the Daily Mail is. I don't read it. This is a British newspaper. I don't know if it's a tabloid or not. I don't know. But it seems to be that the Daily Mail always covers terrible UK influencers. So it's where I go to get this because they're the only ones going to write about it. So whatever. I don't think they're being untruthful. But let's read this article about Elle. Let's read this article about Elle and her boyfriend. Influencer Elle Darby and her boyfriend Connor Swift are dropped, all caps, by their talent agency after it emerged they posted racist tweets as teenagers. An influencer who lost more than 100,000 followers after racist tweets she sent as a teenager emerged has been dropped by her agency. Elle Darby, 26 from Wiltshire, who launched her own clothing brand on the back of her success as a social media star, sent tweets where she called foreigners meatheads who speak in grunts. And she said hates Polish people and Indians. She's so nice. She's just misunderstood, everybody. She was a teenager. Okay, whatever. I was a teenager. I didn't do that shit. I just threw snowballs at cars and shit like that. The tweets sent in 2011 emerged last week. Her boyfriend of 7 years, Connor Swift, also posted racist tweets in 2012, including one that said, "Looking like a black man after work, though through all the dust I collected." I showed you that in the video before. Now the couple have been dropped from their agency, Gleam Futures, who say they want talent aligned with their values. Well, okay. Then why do you sign anybody up like this? You guys... Like what? Again, we're going to go through their talent. What is the talent? It's not talent, everybody. It's a following. Having a following isn't necessarily talent, okay? Maybe a talent in social media, I'll give you that. But no, there's no talent. She doesn't dance. There's no tap dancing. She doesn't figure skate. She's not a skateboarder. She doesn't make cool gadgets. She doesn't even craft, I don't think. Literally, her talent is her body, I think. I think, if you look at this photo, Well, she looks like she's wearing a Ziploc bag with some fur on it. I just don't get it. And then, because I'm not in touch with fashion, so you guys know me. Anyway, they go through her tweets here, and then she says, a spokesperson told Female, at Gleam Futures, our mission is to be a driving force for a culturally progressive and diverse industry, offering leading-edge representation for talent that align with our values. First of all, Gleam Futures, no. None of these people are culturally progressive. What is culturally progressive about an influencer who does nothing, who just shows her butt and her boobs on the beach? What is progressive about that? And what does it do for our kids and us in general? What does it do? Again, I will offer this. It offers nothing. In light of recent events, we have therefore made the decision to no longer represent Elle Darby and Connor Smith. An insider added, as soon as this came to light, Gleam reviewed the situation and looked carefully into the whole situation, but ultimately made the decision quickly that they could no longer represent Connor. Again, this is just this is what happens. It's part of cancellation. This is like step 4 of cancellation. Step 1 is them doing it, getting caught, someone calling it out. Step 2 is all of us on YouTube and everybody else over the world covering it. Step 3 is them releasing the apology video. Step 4 is everybody being like, that was the shittiest apology video I've ever heard. Diversity is something the company and all the staff extremely passionate about. Okay, whatever. Diversity. So why would... Okay, whatever. Following the emergence of the tweets, Ellie published an apology video on her YouTube channel, but some fans have suggested the influencer comes across as insincere. Suggested, have they? And irritated the 3-minute clip. Before the tweets were published, Darby enjoyed more than 785,000 Instagram followers, and social media star now has 716,000, and had a YouTube channel of 611,000, now has 585,000. Someone who tweets, Considering I thought Elle Darby was one of the most genuine people I watched for years, her apology video, which shows no remorse or genuine apology, proves otherwise. I won't send her hate, as that makes me part of the problem. However, I'm sad she's not the person we looked up to. Again, let that be a lesson of why I cover this stuff, everybody. You honestly think that person is genuine? How do you think this... To what evidence do you have this person is genuine? Nobody who is an Instagram influencer of this caliber, who does this type of content, is genuine. It can't be possible, everybody. If you are a genuine person, you wouldn't have to fake everything. To be genuine is the antithesis of fake. And these people all fake and only show you fake stuff. Always have, always will. And thank God people are waking up to it. If there's a silver lining in the Elle Darby thing, is that people are waking up to see that influencers are just a bag of bollocks. And this is what Connor wrote. This is his apology. I am sorry on this gray scene of clouds. Before any more is said, I wanted to make sure those words were... Before anything more is said, I wanted to make sure those words were said and hopefully felt. They're not. It's an Instagram post. I've been reading my DMs and a few have felt that I didn't say it in my future message. In my first message. Although my first message was one big apology, it may have been overshadowed by shame, embarrassment, and sadness for my own actions. Which wasn't the aim. I'm so sorry to everyone who has been affected by my tweets, hurt by the words I used from the bottom of my heart. No, you're not. You're sorry you got caught. We already know this. Guys, it's a little too late. I could not address the situation further. This is the biggest lesson. I couldn't not address this situation further. This is the biggest lesson I could have ever learned, and I want to be held accountable for what I said. You are. But I don't think you want to be held accountable to the way you want to be held accountable. You're saying here. You will be, but I know what you're saying. I want to be held accountable, but only to a little bit. Just so I could still make money on the internet and hold my hands up and apologize. Well, I will not justify my actions and accept full responsibility for this whilst knowing I will continue to learn and continue to grow and be canceled. Just go get a job. Although my tweets were made almost 10 years ago, the language used as a timeless pain and a pain I won't ever truly feel. Okay. I want to reiterate the growth that I have made in a person since these tweets were made 10 years ago. Well, prove it. What have you made? Did you go to counseling? Did you go to therapy? I've said this before. All these people who get canceled, they're like, well, I'm going to go sit down and meet with these people I made fun of and we're going to talk. They didn't do that. And they only do it when they get caught. So this is why this is never sincere. You didn't do anything until you got caught. What proof of you that you haven't done that? You just became more public and you're like, okay, we got to be careful with what we say because we're making tons of money. That's it. To be a narcissistic influencer likely means that you are way worse than you were. Blah, blah, blah. I've learned more than ever before that the words we use are so beyond powerful. I will show my actions forever speak louder, blah, blah, blah. The conversations caused from this are just important. Yeah. Anyway, Connor's canceled. I would love to be a fly on their wall in their world right now. Their sister has a channel as well, or her sister has a channel, and they have lots of videos. Her dad was in jail for the longest time, and there's a video about why he went to jail. He was just, I guess he defrauded a bank or something like that. I'll go through it all, I promise. And we're gonna have to figure it all out because I'm watching this. I just clicked on that video of her dad and then her and her sister talking about their dad, and their comment sections are just full of these people who are like, your dad seems like just a nice guy. The guy went to jail for fraud. Okay, not a nice guy. Sorry. The thing about this is that when you get into these comment sections of these influencers, okay, is these people will love them no matter what they do. And they're banking on it until something big enough happens where they can no longer do that. And that's just how YouTube works. People are like, well, I liked you before, and then you said one thing I didn't like, and now I hate you. And I'm going to go after you for everything. And that's just, I get it. I understand that. But in this case, this is just a little bit too far. And that's when hundreds of thousands of people start unfollowing, and then they lose their platform. They lose all their ad sponsorships. They lose their management company, everything. This is a full cancellation, full-fledged. So I wanted to pull up a video where she's doing a juicy Q&A time. And I wanted to highlight the talent that these talent agencies hold. So when you have a talent agency and they have people like Colin Savla-Brandt, or Elle Darby, or any of these people who literally have zero talent, you got to ask the question, talent agencies, what talent are you representing? You're not representing anything except for the people that already make a bunch of money. You've capitalized on how to make them even more money whilst making yourself money. There's no talent. So let's be real. You are an agency of influencers. Stop calling it talent. So let's see the talent, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's snark on Elle Darby. Kind of picture it. Who takes a picture like this? You had to swing your hair with an Oreo and coffee, and you had to swing your hair and take the picture mid-swing. I'm not a fan.
I have just downed so much Gaviscon. Hopefully the heartburn is literally gonna just give me...
Literally! There's one! I'm gonna put a little counter down here. Every time she says literally. And for every time she says literally, you have to punch yourself in the face. I'm serious. Let's do it.
A break for at least half an hour to film this video, otherwise I'm going to be burping all over the place.
Okay, Shannon Rose Lips.
Jules, you know what time it is, babe. It's not been me and you sat in front of the mirror like this for a bloody long time, I'll tell you that. We all need a cup of tea, I think. And we also need a half-eaten pack of chocolate digestives. Now, I will be munching on these throughout the vid.
Please don't. Please don't do that. I don't need to see your monstrous, giant-ass fake lips eating cookies, too. That just, it doesn't work for me. It's going to be a no. Please. Please.
I hope you don't mind. Why is there nothing better than chocolate digestive? Do you know what? I've not even wanted Maryland cookies throughout this pregnancy. Don't you think that's so weird of me? That's
so much talent. The talent is like, I can feel the waves of talent hitting me, and it's like a breeze. Holy talent. I mean, if I just stand close, maybe I can absorb some of it. Like, oh, can I have some? Absorb the talent. There's no talent. What is sitting in front of a camera eating cookies with the biggest... Okay, guys, I know everybody's like, don't make fun of Botox. I'm making fun of Botox. If you get too much Botox, I've been researching this, and it's crazy that I have to. I think it's called traveling or something, that it starts expanding past your lips into your skin, and it makes it weird. Like, stop. Doctors who do this, and I've worked for dermatologists. I've done lots of video work for a dermatology association, and I've talked to them about this. I know dermatologists, and none of them would ever do this to somebody. I asked them, I'm like, well, these family vloggers and everybody, they know what I do. I asked them, what dermatologist or doctor is allowing people to do this to a degree where it literally looks this ridiculous and could possibly be dangerous? And maybe we're in Canada, we have different standards, I don't know. But a lot of doctors say I would never do that. I would probably lose my license. I could never, ever do that to somebody. But I guess they're just going to go to somebody who will. So just be careful out there. I know you want to do the things to your body that makes you feel good and confident. And I agree. Do what makes you feel awesome. But really pay attention to those around you when they give you some advice on it. Because there's likely times I've seen women are like, whoa, amazing. And I can't tell that they have stuff. That's probably what you're going after, I think, most people. But if you've ever gone down the Reddit forum called botched surgeries, you will probably think twice.
Really random. Pre-pregnancy, I was a Maryland cookie gal. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always been a chocolate digestive kind of gal, but I could put away a good couple of packs of Marylands.
No one cares.
Pregnancy, baby boy only just really wants the chocolate digestives. And I don't hate ya. Let me know how you dunk. I do half, then a half of the half. And then a quarter.
Oh, you're really, really, really
Oh my
awesome.
god, who gulps tea like that? That's so...
You did. Again, I'm looking for the talent. I'm got my eyes open, guys. I'm gonna try to look at this from like maybe there's something. Maybe there's some talent here.
Disgusting me. Sorry. Right.
You just didn't have to put it in. That's all. That's it. Didn't have to apologize. You just probably had to cut it out. Just didn't put it in, but you did, and now we're all better for it. Worse for it. Coffee.
Hello, my lovely angels.
Hello.
Good evening, I should say. I always say good morning, and I remember that my upload time is like 5 o'clock.
Nobody cares.
I thought me and you could just catch up, babe.
You and I.
We're gonna have a Q&A today. Now,
Let's do it. Get to the damn Q&A.
I really kind of like you guys a little bit of tea because I don't know what it is. I don't want to get deep. Why do I do this every single video? I literally swear.
Punch yourself in the face right now.
I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it like really quick and lighthearted and fun. And then I always end up wanting to like get something off my chest to you guys and make it really deep. But guys, I don't know what it is. I've just been in a bit of a place recently. I think it might be like my slight bit of, not anxiety, I don't think that's the right word, but like nervousness about the dramatic life change I'm literally about to embark
Punch yourself in the face.
on as a mother. Is right around the corner.
That poor child, by the way. And if you make one of those creepy reborn dolls about your kid, I'm coming after you too.
And obviously it's just been like a really weird year for everybody, and we've been in lockdown.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding. I can't do it.
Not really like in there mentally to kind of do a video like this, even though this is a really chill video. You probably think
She's 3 minutes in and she hasn't started the video.
Understand where I'm coming from. I just thank you very much for just being here with me today. You know, I really normally I can tell you that much. Guys, haven't already grabbed your cup of tea and biscuits, then make sure you go ahead and do that.
3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Welcome.
Do it.
I'm heavily emotional because I'm heavily pregnant, so if I'm coming off a bit odd in this video right now, that's why. I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. I upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday, my love. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up for me, and let's begin. Oh.
Thank the Lord on high. Joseph Smith, thank you.
Okay, George asks, I know you want a big family, so how far apart would you like to have the babies? Cute one.
I thought she made fun of pregnant people and fat people.
To kick it off, Georgia, honestly, after this pregnancy, like, don't get me wrong, a third trimester, I'm feeling it, honey, right? Like, yeah, I'm feeling it. Still, I would consider pregnancy, like, my favourite time of my life. I've said about 3 or 4 times now, pregnancy is like favourite season of my life that I have ever been through. I just find it so magical. And
that's not the question, lady.
It's so desperate.
Answer the question.
Even though I'm so excited to meet him, obviously, and this baby's coming out one way or another, you know, I would happily be pregnant forever, but not with this baby. Excited to meet him, but that does mean that.
Answer the question.
I would love to be pregnant so many more times in the future. So I think what we're going to do...
There we go. You ready?
Have this little babes. We have our wedding booked for next year. Basically, after that, we're going to be baby machines, you know?
Because it's... hopefully not anymore. Because this is what they were going to do. She is realizing that this pregnancy on her channel, and I'm sure I can go look, I probably can, but this boosted her profile. This was like the content that they needed. So you'll see when I talk to Paul in our interview that these people, she started at some level and got really big, and that happened for him too, right? And so they coast along and they do shitty videos like me dressing up in bikinis for my husband, blah, blah, blah. They coast along until they're like, baby comes. They get pregnant and their algorithm and their counts and their views, boom, explodes. So of course, she's like, okay, marriage is next. And by the way, they did not get married. And then they start having babies because that is being a baby mill on YouTube is very, very lucrative. I've done another interview that comes out on the 12th with another influencer, and I asked her honestly, when you had your babies on Instagram, what was the engagement like? And it was night and day, 90 to 200% more engagement because of the pregnancy. That's what she's talking about here. Not just like having a family, but like exploiting them.
I would like to have kind of like 3, 4 plus children at this point. That is only obviously based off of pregnancy and my experience with pregnancy, and also every pregnancy is different, so I might have had a really easy time this time, but my next time might not be, and then I might want to stop at 2.
Oh my God. It's the Adderall for me. That's a lot. Just dial it back. a little bit on the Adderall.
Don't see that happening because I really do think I want a lot of kids. But yeah, basically we're gonna wait at least 18 months before we go for number 2. But
See, you just answered that question right there. That's it. Gonna have 4 or 5, and we're gonna wait 18 months. Boom! 30 seconds. But no, you did 5 minutes.
I would definitely like all of my babies like within a certain time frame of my life and quite close together. So next few years are very, very exciting ones. I can't wait to meet all my gorgeous babies. Now, I don't
Stop doing this. That's so tone deaf of you.
know if there's something in the water today, but basically every single question was about sex. So
That's because that's who you influence, and men want to hear it because you influence men because of your fake bumps galore. I don't like going down the Elle Darby wormhole was gross, to be honest with you. There are multiple threads on Reddit called Elle Darby not safe for work. Don't go look at it. There's no nudity or anything. But this is the next step for Elle Darby as far as I can tell. It's OnlyFans next. I mean, what is she going to do next? She is followed by a huge amount of men who follow these types of, and they love it. And that's a culture. And so that's who's asking questions. And so this is who they draw. But they also draw teenagers, a lot of them.
I don't know if, everyone's just feeling really
Did you just pick your ear and look at it and then, okay.
HORMY at the moment. Everyone seems to be very interested in
Did she say HORMY? Hormy? Are you hormy? I'm horny.
me and baby daddy's sex life today. So I just thought, let's answer a queue.
Let's be real again, and this is another issue, and this is one of the major reasons Jess Fam is one of the most hated, for me anyway, is that this video, when you have kids, and they become teenagers and things like that, this is there. Their friends are going to see it. Can we normalize not putting our sexual content on the internet for our kids' friends to find? Please? Thanks. Okay, thanks, bye.
Seeing as, that's what the crowd wants, honey. Dolly asks, is sex still a thing in the 3rd trimester? Sorry if too personal, I'm just trying to prepare myself. Honey.
Are you serious? Go talk to your doctor. Don't talk to Lips McGee over here. That's not who you want to get your advice from. Please.
Sex is still a thing throughout pregnancy, the whole of it. I'm going to break it down into trimesters for you. I was the same though, like before I fell pregnant, and I guess I just had no idea about pregnancy and the body and things like that. I remember asking one of my
Maybe you should have watched another family vlogger because they brought awareness to it, and you could have been aware. Before I did anything normal humans do, I went to an influencer to become aware of that thing. Thank God for influencers. Doctors can suck my ass. Influencers are where I go for my important information. Don't.
friends, do you guys still have sex? Is that actually allowed?
Why are you whispering?
And it totally is, and it's totally fine. And some women say it's more enjoyable than any other time. Yeah, it's just, it's a great time. Definitely still, hokey the cokey, if you know what I mean.
Hokey the cokey. No, we don't know what you mean. All these British euphemisms like washing room, which is a laundry room, and dinnerin', which is eating supper. And hokey pokin' dokin'. I don't know any of these things. And taking the piss and lollies. It's not lollies, it's suckers. Okay, there's some UK people. You need to chill. Just kidding. I love you guys.
As well as the whole pregnancy. It does change though, I will say that.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding. I can't do it.
In the labour room with you. I love you guys. Love you too, babes. So
no, you don't. Okay, I can't do this. Let's bring another video of her and Connor in. I think they do Uncut Assumptions Challenge. Let's do this. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't listen to her talk about her brands and shit. That video was garbage. I don't watch any of them, and that's how we roll here. So let's open this one. I'll bring this video in. I downloaded all of them, so we have tons. But this is Connor. We haven't talked about Connor yet, really. Just his crappy apology. But let's do this. This is a lot longer ago. Same giant lips. Same weird people.
Wow!
I can't.
What's that? Is the sun shining on our faces?
No, there's no sun on your faces.
Yeah. Angels. Okay, listen, we have a new light that we use.
Stop calling people angels. Because your fans are so dumb that they say we're angles. They don't know how to spell angels. You should have went with something easier to spell. So many of her fans come in and be like, we're here, angles. Let's stand up. I love it when people will say angles. Or when teenagers I love the smell of my boyfriend's colon. And they don't know how to spell cologne. Just, learn to spell. If you're going to call yourself an angle, I'm going to assume you're an angle.
It's basically, we've tried to literally ramp up our camera game. We have a new light, and I literally cannot see you guys.
Who are you seeing? What do you mean can't see you guys? You're looking in a lens, lady! I think you're dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Oh my God! Sorry if I scared you if you had headphones on. My apologies.
There we are.
Okay, comment below what you think's better. Oh, well.
No, nothing
Here we
is better.
are, back again.
Els,
She's just wearing a straight up bra? Okay.
we can't intro a video like that.
What do you
Come
mean?
on.
Why not?
You can't go, well.
This guy hates her, I can already tell. I already can tell this guy doesn't like this woman at all. I can just, the vibe is evident. Let's be real.
What sort of intro is that, mate?
Oh, I'm done.
He hates her. Oh, you guys getting that vibe?
You ready? Hey, angels!
Oh, great. What's up, Ace fam? Ugh.
Welcome back.
I blame Ace Family for doing that. What's up, Ace Family? They all do it because they think that's what they need to be doing, and they don't because it's dumb to copy dumb influencers. But it makes sense that they would follow Austin and Catherine. Very telling.
Back to our channel, everybody. We missed you guys so much.
No, you
Today,
didn't. No, you
we
didn't.
have a fun video for you guys. We've seen this video going around on YouTube for
So we copied it and made it our own because we ran out of shit to do.
a few weeks, and
Got it.
lots of you have asked us to do it.
Today is going to be a quick fire assumptions, and I'm not quite sure how this works.
Connor, man. What's up? You look like you should be in this movie. What's going on? You alright, buddy? Take a little more iron for your ass.
Do we literally, is it uncut completely?
Literally! He says it too. Is this a British thing now? I don't want to make fun of everybody in UK, but if literally is going to be the word of the day, I'm not coming to your country ever again.
We can't edit, and can I just say one thing? We're not even at our videos. I have to do quite a lot of editing.
Yeah, especially on my end. You're
When you edit the videos, you have to cut out everything because you're probably being racist.
quite good at it. I'm like,
No,
is my name Connor Swift? I don't really know.
Isn't Connor Swift? That's failed country star, Connor Swift.
Oh.
My thing is I ramble a lot, and your thing is
A lot. The entire video is rambling. A lot. What you should have said was sometimes I say the thing, but to get to that 15-second thing, I have to ramble for 18 minutes.
I just,
you like to have gaps in between your
yeah,
words.
it's like, hello,
How are you?
how are you?
And so
That's because your brain is slow. Obviously. I mean, look at you.
yeah. Anyway, you guys will see. But your assumptions.
I hope you're ready for an absolute grilling. Are you? These are deep. These are tough. The angels are about to find out some tea
The angles. Get ready, angles.
on you.
Oh my god.
Right, angels, here we go.
Ready?
Timer.
3, 2, 1. Start.
Okay, we
10
get
minutes,
it.
Wish us luck. Okay. Number 1, Ellie. First question.
Chill with the shiny stuff. Relax. Do you have like, what do you put, some Crisco on that shit?
Come
Getting
on, then,
into
come on
it.
then.
Get a diffuser, please. You are blinding me with your shiny skin, you shiny clown.
Oh.
No editing, remember. Come on, spit it out.
Sorry.
Come on.
Okay. So you don't like the fact I'm always at the gym and so into the gym.
Oh no, I couldn't care less.
You
I,
Yeah, I don't like you. We don't like each other, so please leave as much as possible.
I love that you've got a hobby. I love that you've got such a passion, such an interest.
Good answer.
Why do you think this guy's at the gym all the time? I said it, but I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Enough to actually want to
There's been some stuff online.
turn our garage into a gym, which maybe I'm not so sure about. I think I would prefer you to go and spend 2.5 hours every day at the gym.
I think I'd prefer you to leave me alone.
I enjoy the gym as well. It makes me in a good mood as well.
Well, yeah, it puts you in a good mood.
That says a lot. You know, I'm not around you, so it puts me in a good mood. Well, you guys are, at least you're being honest.
Which is always nice.
Stress. Next one. You want me to cut my hair short again?
No.
You prefer it long?
I want
Angles. Pay attention.
Angels, what do you think about my long hair?
I want a Jason
I think you look dumb. But that's just me. I don't have any hair, so what do I know?
Momoa hair.
Els, it's never going to be that
Come
long.
on, boo. Jason Momoa.
That could be my
And
fancy
that.
dress for...
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, he is not. Promise you that. He looks more like Jason Momoa's stepson, who's just like yelling on, I hate you guys! They take his video games away and shit. That's what he looks like.
Halloween.
Yeah, no, I like it long.
Okay, you said it. Move on.
Please don't ruin it.
He started to get me to straighten it, Angels. Do you know that?
Don't tell my secrets. You're expecting an engagement ring within a year. I'm interested for this one as well,
God,
actually.
even
You're
you holding my
expecting
hand like that.
Like that?
You guys are super racist. Oh, no, I don't think so. Have you checked your Twitter? Haha, you guys are silly and I hate you.
I'm not expecting one. Yes, I won't lie.
I mean, you're going to have babies and shit together. Just get married. Actually, or don't. Please don't, actually. I don't know. I mean, these people kind of deserve each other as well. I don't know. Like, why get... Here's my question to you. What is the point of marriage if you literally are already married? To have a certificate to say it? I don't understand people who... And this is going to be my old school Christian past coming out, right? Marriage is generally supposed to be and was traditionally a union between the two people and God, right? That's what marriage really is. So why do people even get married these days? Especially people who don't believe in that. What is the union? Maybe it's a tax write-off? I don't know. But if you already live together, you're having babies and everything else, what is actually the point of spending thousands of dollars on a party? Just have parties. What's the point of getting married? You technically are married anyway. I think even Ontario, after, I think it's 18 months, I don't know what it is, but you're common law wed and all the same rules and laws apply as if you were married, except you don't think you need to pay for a divorce when it happens, which is going to happen. So tell me below, those who got married who are like atheists, what was the point? And was it because it was just, that's what you had to do? It's actually an interesting topic.
No, listen,
Listen!
I mean, who isn't? God, 6 years?
6 years, crikey.
No,
6 years and you haven't... Again, this is me traditionally saying you haven't asked her to marry you after 6 years? Shit's not happening, so stop. Why is that the thing? You guys are... If you're happy, you're happy. Why do you need to get married? Again, marriage is a union, a Christian union, and nothing you're doing is Christian.
Genuinely, I'm happy to go with the flow.
I think everyone's expecting one, aren't they?
I think the Angels are expecting one more than I am.
Angles don't care anymore.
Because it's every Q&A.
When you call them angels, I'm like...
Yeah.
Come on.
Are you proposed?
Come on.
Are you together?
Are we together?
No, are you married?
You guys are not funny.
Okay.
Is this the talent agency was, hey, we would like to book you for your talent? They're like, yeah. And then they probably sat down and said, what talents do we have? Because if this is it, no.
Okay. You would rather a daughter over a son for our firstborn?
Right.
Just answer the question, lady.
It's not my turn.
Yeah, but Con, it's not your answer. I am just trying to tune into my psychic abilities, okay? Recently...
Oh my God, just answer the question.
I
hate you.
A feeling that our first child is going to be a girl.
And it's a boy, so your psychic ability is garbage. Thanks, Micah.
And I don't know why.
I know why. Because you're wrong. Here's what you do. Anything that you think is right, do the opposite of that shit. It's kind of like when my wife and I are driving somewhere and she says, and I don't know why I do this. What do you think we should do? She'll say the thing and I'll do the opposite now. That's how in tune we are with how wrong she is in directions. Same thing here. Whatever you think, it's probably the opposite.
Felt it.
Inside of you
and
somewhere.
I know it goes against our plan. Like,
what?
Who hasn't thought, oh yeah, boy first, and then they can look after the girl?
You can't plan that shit, lady.
Is that not what every couple
dream?
But yeah, recently I've been getting a very feminine energy, and I think...
So it's wrong. And again, we know it's a boy, so no!
Say though, we were always going to have twins. That's sort of gone now, isn't it?
But I think that
Don't
I
say
might
shit.
have been channeling Lucy's future.
That's what it is.
Okay, you answered the question. Not really, but move on. Please, for the love of God.
Me and Lucy agree that I've probably been channeling her future there.
Okay, yep.
Honestly, Angels, I'll be blessed to have a son or a daughter if we're lucky enough to have kids.
Okay.
Well, nobody asked you.
Yes, they did.
On our first date, you didn't think it was going to go anywhere between us.
That would no, Connor. I'm trying to think of romantic art.
Let her think. The mouse has to spin the wheel and shit. Yeah, relax. She clearly has problems with cognitive abilities. Give her a second. You gotta kickstart that thing with a pull start. I think.
But I won't say anything romantic now.
No, go on. The angels want to hear it. Oh,
I couldn't be around this person. Is this? Thank God my wife is nothing like this. Holy shit. Are people actually like this in real life to each other? Or is it because the camera's on? No.
After our first date, I knew that Connor was going to be a long-term.
You're racist? I'm racist. Yeah, let's get together! They probably had dinner with super racist, just feeling out with extra racist jokes and then another extra racist joke just to see they're race compatible. And hello, look what happened. They are compatible.
Thing.
get in there.
Do you want to quickly tell the cute story about how you...
No, this is answering questions.
You can.
Well, I don't really know what the whole story was.
Basically, I'm really good. I'm very close to one of my friend's mums.
Stacy's mom's got it going on.
And
I thought you were going to say I'm a really good judge of character then. Like,
No,
I
they're
am.
clearly not. They're not.
and I was around his house speaking.
This guy definitely still wets the bed. He wears those shoes with all like the toes. Shaves his armpits. 100% shaves his armpits. And his arms too, which is weird. Gets professional manicures. Doesn't clean his ears. And it's weird because like he likes that he doesn't. He likes the earwax. He pulls it out and he plays with it and shit. It's weird. I don't know. I'm the opposite. I clean my ears like every day.
To her about moi.
that means me.
You. Moi.
No, moi is me, dumbass.
About Ellie before we went on the date. And then after the date, she messaged me saying, how'd your date go?
This guy doesn't get... He's got the most sleep eyes, dark circles around his eyes. There's something. Again, take vitamins.
And I was just like, yeah, I reckon she's pretty nice.
No, come on, be honest.
I reckon she's pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, you went on a date with her, not for her brains, clearly, obviously. Like, you just be real. I saw pictures of her on the internet, so I took her on a date. That's what you... Chill. And that's why you should never date someone based on their appearance. Trust me.
Connor said I think she's the one. And this was after dating.
I mean, my wife, she hooked up with me because I was super hot. I understand. And it just worked out for us. We got lucky. But it's the exception, not the rule.
Ellie, you can't tell the angels how soft I am.
Why? Everyone loves it, Con. And for some reason...
It's surprising. It's very fitting that she calls him Con. Because he's a con artist. Bird!
On your phone on the next day. And I was
Yeah,
like,
go through my phone,
No, I wasn't going through your phone. I
snooping.
can't remember what was going on. Maybe you were texting her again. And I was like,
Oh
what?
yeah, I just texted her again. Addicted on me.
You guys hearing this shit? He's snooping in my phone. Yeah, I mean... there's a lot of insecurities coming out in this video right now. Like, they keep their shit private. I don't keep my shit private from my wife at all. Like, she can... I guess some people like their privacy with them, but I mean, if you're married, yeah, my wife has all my passwords. I need her sometimes to do shit for me online. Log into... I don't get that when people keep their shit private. That's weird.
Again.
I don't know. But yes, I did know after.
Okay, thank you. See? 5 minutes to get to the answer.
Switching the mood a little bit. Is there a brand you've hated to work for?
Oh. Let's switch the question. Are there brands I hate to work with you? All of them? No, you've lost all.
The work you've done?
No.
Or is there a brand you would never work for?
The only brand
Sorry.
I would never work with
White Moose.
is something like, I can't remember what they're called, but like juice companies, like Skinny Tea and stuff like that. Just
Okay.
not my vibe.
We never did.
That's not your vibe, but free stays at hotels are your vibe. Give me a break. Your vibe is anything that'll pay you money.
Work, didn't we?
yeah,
We're both
Something tells me a juice company turned her down. That's why.
qualified personal trainers.
Yeah.
We know the truth.
yeah.
What's the truth?
What do you like?
What? Okay, next
These
up.
people hate each other.
You have over £100,000 in your bank account.
Yeah.
Depends which bank account, babes. Do you know what I mean?
No. What are you, a criminal?
Uh,
Yes. Just.
no, not at the moment.
Yeah. Right.
Do I?
Just bought a house.
Well, no, we didn't, darling. That was 6 months ago. No, I didn't know. No, we don't. Not at the moment.
Connor is your dream husband. If you've not noticed, Angels, a lot of these about me.
Angles.
I like to use these videos
Kind
as
of
my
like
way
as a
of
way
bigging
to get
myself up.
compliments.
Connor's
Well, maybe you should give him compliments then.
a dream husband.
Well, if I didn't think that, would I not be with him for 6 years?
If he was your dream husband, why are you waiting 6 years to get married? That's the better question. Come on.
So what's the answer?
Silly. It's
I mean,
silly.
not my dream husband.
They're like, we got to do it for content. These people would get married for content, not because they love each other. They're like, that's the next step in our content crusade. That's it.
I mean,
If I have Jason Momoa's hair, then
You don't.
yeah, of course you are.
the house we've just moved into is not our forever home.
No, this assumption is correct. It's
Correct.
not our forever
It's
home.
not, is it? No.
No.
It's not big enough. It probably is your forever home now. You're going to have to live in your forever cardboard box down by the river pretty soon, I think.
We want to move in a couple of years to our forever home, I think. Do you think next house will be our forever home? I'm pretty
Unless they did, that's the house that we saw when she was in a bigger house. But shit. Again, if you're going to be an influencer, please don't spend all your money on shit. Save it all. Live small, invest, because this will eventually happen.
sure. We'll be there for like...
I think we'll
a
be
good few years.
extremely happy with it. I don't know if it'll be our final home. But, you know,
Yeah.
who knows?
Okay.
Connor doesn't get along with his siblings.
Oh, what load of rubbish.
Guys, you know, I'm a friendly
Load
guy.
of rubbish I've ever
I'm sure it gets along with her sister.
heard. Of course you do.
I was alluding to that he might be sleeping with her, but that's a joke, everybody.
You're already pregnant.
No.
Straight out there, no. No, we're not. We're not pregnant. You are good at saving money. I know the answer to this one.
Yes,
No.
I am.
No, you're not.
You're hell no, you're not.
Oh, you're literally the worst person in the whole entire world.
Yeah, I'm not that. No, actually, Con. It's just that I've not needed to save money for anything recently.
That backfired. I didn't save for a cancellation. Maybe I should have saved for a cancellation.
Do you know what I mean? The house was the last thing I saved money for,
I guess.
and I was pretty.
Did
damn
they
good
buy
at
this shit outright?
saving money for that?
I don't
wasn't
know.
These people are just, they don't like each other.
But you were.
Yeah.
You could have saved a
Think
lot
about your
more.
answer.
You could have saved a lot more, is what I'm saying.
First of all, she's the one who brings in the money there, bruh. She's your sugar mama. You should thank her for paying for your shitty lifestyle.
When can I do your assumptions?
You got one last question, and then we're done. Where was it? It was a really good one.
TikTok.
2 second
TikTok.
angles.
TikTok. Everyone's waiting.
Okay, go!
Okay, here's one of my assumptions. You're jealous of Connor's stardom on TikTok.
Connor got over 200k views on his TikTok.
Imagine this is your life, your benchmarks. You compare each other's followers, and you're jealous of each other's followers online. And you think these people are together for real? Okay.
You regret going on Make or Break.
What is make or break?
No, I don't regret going.
Oh, is this where she got her start? Is this what happened? She was part of like a reality television show or something?
On that show.
It sounds like
because we made lifelong friends. Even that.
And it was pretty sick.
And it was
Oh, see there too? Is this are these people from like a reality television show?
fun.
It was interesting.
That makes sense.
Well, freaking like try and like.
That's how they got followers. Holy shit! Now it makes sense. Because otherwise, how would they get followers? Because they're boring.
Seeing how ready.
Okay, next.
You'll see us.
No,
you
please don't do
understand
on it for maybe about
Next.
fun.
same thing.
It
No
was a
regrets.
bloody beautiful month. We made lifelong friends. We got
Mexico.
to
Okay.
have
Next.
fun
Activities on the beach in Mexico for a month.
Guacamole. Remember that? Oh.
Guacamole. It's Leviosa.
Right.
We got
Assumption number 1. You're besties all the time and don't fall out.
us.
Yeah.
I say we're besties like 98% of the time.
Besties, I think they're saying. Best friends.
Connor, whenever we have an argument and I say, are we friends yet? You always say to me, we're always best friends.
We are always best friends, but
always
Stop lying. You live together. You're friends maybe 4% of the time. Liars.
is 100% of the time.
You literally want them to go to the gym 2 hours a day, so.
I'm
okay,
not 98.
100% of the time, we're best friends.
We bicker. Anyway, I'm going to let Connor answer all of this.
We bicker.
On an act for the camera.
Yes.
I don't think I do.
Yes, it is all
Do
nice
you?
for a camera.
No, I don't think he does. If anything, guys, Connor is so much more reserved
And racist.
on camera.
Oh.
Guys, if you had a secret camera following me about,
If you had a night out with Con, you'd actually be like,
This guy's racist. I don't want to hang out with him anymore.
is this the same dude?
Oh, okay. Or that.
Con is so much more outgoing and...
I'm an introvert at heart, guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Oh.
Are you just telling me you went on a reality television show and you're an introvert? Okay, I believe you. No, I don't. I don't believe you. The joke was, I believe that you're lying.
This is my assumption.
Go!
Come on, honey, I want a date.
Come on, get lost.
Angels, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Angles.
Blow up.
Okay, so done. I hate these people. And for good reason. Because they're cringeworthy, gross peoples who have been canceled! Yay! But we're not going to stop talking about it. Just going to follow this cancellation. It's very interesting to follow someone's cancellation from the beginning. The only other person we got to do this for, well, a couple people, was Micah Stauffer. Up to about 4 or 5 months ago, she actually deleted everything, which is crazy, but I honestly think she's coming back. You had Nikki Phillippi, who's just living in potato land, trying to do videos and got canceled. You've got Jordan Cheyenne, who got canceled, and she's trying to make a comeback too. And you've got, who else has been canceled? There's been a couple, but it's interesting to watch it unfold. It really has been, so yeah. Let's keep doing these videos. People want me to keep talking about Elle Darby and Con, what's his name? He's slimy. Anyway, everybody, take a deep breath. You're amazing. And I like you. I hope you have an amazing day. And I will see you tomorrow.